need a den. 2 bedrooms.
Hi, how are you? Welcome back to Selling Miami, or welcome if you're new. I'm Nina Millman, and this is Penthouse 7 at Midtown 4. Come on, let's take a look around. So this is an incredible property. Midtown, as you know, is very close to my heart. My daughter and I lived here for 3 years. We love it. And penthouses are always really exquisite and unusual, but the penthouses here are even more unusual in a lot of ways, and I'll point those out as we go through. But first, let's check everything out and see what we see. So there's this beautiful open kitchen. You do have a really nice view. You've got the double high 24-foot ceilings in the entryway going up to the second level. So true penthouse, true 2-story penthouse, which we love. And from the kitchen, there is a bedroom that is kind of like the downstairs, which I like. Like there's one that's separate to the rest of the bedrooms. And this one has a really good sized closet, as well as access to the balcony, which we'll go out to the balcony in just a second. And it also has high ceilings, even in the non sort of like double high areas. So I think this looks like around an 11-foot ceiling or 10.5. So definitely nice volume, even in the regular areas of the home. Now, this is a really interesting part of the property, just little details, but check out how instead of having double vanities and you've got 2 lights, you have this little kind of almost a makeup area. You know, I love a makeup vanity, but I don't know if you could sit because this doesn't let you, well, you could kind of, I don't know. I'm a little confused about that. I kind of would have liked if it was all the way cut out and it could be a makeup vanity, but it's a cool little concept. This has been renovated, so what you see here with the tile work behind the shower and the lighting, I think this light is actually really cool. It looks like a Van Cleef bracelet, no? And the wallpaper, these are all additions that have been made after the developer turned it over. Then you also have a linen closet right here. So this is a very well equipped bottom area, very sort of self-sustaining for anyone that you want to have some privacy with their bedroom. And as you flow back out, you have this big, beautiful living area, dining area. And then look at these ceilings, just incredible. It does not get better than a double high ceiling with a beautiful glassed-in balcony. There is a laundry room / pantry, which I think is actually interesting. We'll look at that in just a sec, but let's go out and check out the balcony. If I can open the door. Oh, great, my workouts are paying off. So as I mentioned before, Midtown 4's penthouses are all like this, which is really interesting in that they have these balconies that don't have glass railing. They have this big cement kind of slab. It's almost like an extension of the wall instead of being a balcony railing. I'm going to just go on record and say I don't love that. I think it would have been much more effective to have real balconies on the penthouses. I mean, as you can see, you really have this beautiful expansive view. You see the water, but unfortunately, if you're sitting down, and again, these are actually pretty narrow, so that's another detracting factor, but if you're sitting down, the water disappears. You don't see that because you don't have any visibility through the balcony railing. So I think that was a design flaw. Not sure what the original developers of Midtown who created this building did. They did Midtown 4 and Midtown 2, and then buildings like this one, Hyde, which is technically Midtown 3, was a different developer. I think it's Related Group actually that did Hyde. And then there are some rental buildings further down as you go south in Midtown. So the cool thing about Midtown actually is that it is on a really simple number system. So the first lot, which is going to be Tropic by Jean-Georges, you can't really see it past Hyde, but it is just to the north. That is currently a pre-construction project that is going to be absolutely stunning. That is technically Midtown 1. Then you have Midtown 2, Hyde being 3, this one being 4, and so on as you go through to 8. 8 is the last one. It used to be called Yard 8. That's where me and Madison lived. It is now called Cortland. But yeah, it's a really, really cool system. We love Midtown so much. You can see the main square, you see Target, all the shops, all the restaurants, all the goodness, all the community. This is such a strong community-based area of Miami. It's actually a lot smaller than, for example, Brickell, but it's just as walkable as Brickell. So it's even more social than Brickell is. You get to know your neighbors very quickly and you build a strong sense of community, which is absolutely beautiful. And then you have right over here, Design District, which is actually where me and Madison came from. We were just at church at our Design District location and we walked over. It took us 2 minutes. It's a little hot today, so it was a little bit of a warm walk, but It's so convenient to get to Design District as well as being here. Plus, they just opened up the new Whole Foods on the other side in Edgewater. So this area is just, like I said, just as walkable as Brickell, but on a much smaller scale and with a really different feel. So I do love this view. It is stunning. I really always, I mean, who doesn't love a penthouse view? The sunsets out here too, because you can see how open it is, are like unbelievably beautiful. You can imagine all these beautiful little fluffy clouds are going to get lit up by a colored sunset by the time evening rolls around. So this is a spectacular view. And I do like these really high sort of like, I don't know what you would call them, like almost like metal awnings that give some shade. And I think architecturally they look really interesting. This whole area has a very industrial design feel, and I think they look like that. They kind of speak to that. But the one thing is, I really wish that they made these balconies deeper and with some glass. So anyways, let's go check out the rest of the house. Penthouse, I should say. That was my extreme close-up. So here is this cool sort of hybrid room that I was mentioning before. So it has the washer dryer, but then it has like a lot of shelving. So this could be a really cool pantry. I know it doesn't seem to be used that way by the current owner, but it is for sale for $2 million. So if you want to put your all your delicious snacks in here, I think that would be a great option. So let's go check out the bedrooms upstairs. Gorgeous staircase. Again, this has been upgraded from how the developer originally turned it over. I love the volume here. It would probably be a little bit more dramatic to see chandelier lighting or some kind of drop lighting, but they've chosen to keep it very sleek and simple. And then you see this room is actually very dark because it's a media room. So here is a space where, and this happens a lot in penthouses, you get so much light through, which is great. But then when you want to watch TV or a movie, you do get some glare. So in order to create a really beautiful and true to the movie viewing experience room, they've done that here by creating a very dark space. And this bar area, super cool, you know, I love the wine fridge. I do also feel strongly that wine fridges should exist in the kitchen as well, but it's nice to have one upstairs too. And I like that this is one of the dual ones, which is now super popular. So you have a beverage fridge on one side for just your cold water, iced coffees, sodas, whatever, and then wine on the other side. Dual purpose, super smart, love that. So let's keep going and see what we find. Alrighty, so as you go through the hallway, you do have this big bathroom. Now again, you guys probably noticed there's no double sink. There is a Madison. She does not come with the property. We've got this big, beautiful vanity, which is really large, but no double sink. Shower tub combo. Interestingly enough, there's no shower curtain that they've added, so you would need to add your own. So $2 million plus a shower curtain. You're gonna have to pay for that. But yeah, it's a cool space, nice and upgraded. And then you have this really awesome office, and the view out here, you definitely know that you're higher up than you were downstairs when you look at the view. It's actually, you're like seeing the top of Hyde, which is really, really cool. And you have 2 closets, so it could be very functional as a bedroom as well, but as an office to look out and be inspired while you work, I think that's a really smart setup too. And I also really like having a TV in an office. That's what my office that I'm building out in my place is gonna have as well. So that might seem a little silly, but it's gonna be great for me to be able to edit my YouTube videos and watch them and all that kind of stuff, and just to put nice inspirational background stuff on while I work. Then you have the primary. So this is a really good size. Now this unit does not come furnished, so ignore the furniture. You will obviously put in your own, because this is a queen bed in a very big room. It really needs a king bed. It really needs some more substantial furniture. You know, perhaps getting an interior designer to assist, but it's a huge space, really beautiful big window, just a very, very cool design overall as far as the space itself. You have another big bathroom, also en suite. Again, you don't have a double sink, but you have a separate shower and tub. And this tub is deep, and I love that there's an edging to it so that you can, you know, pop some candles, some, your drink of choice and kind of relax. So it's a really nice size, and you do get a linen closet here as well. So that's one of the details which we don't see enough of, I think. This is a really deep linen closet. You could actually put nice custom cabinetry in there and put a lot more in. Like these shelves are not deep at all. Like they're very shallow and they're set back. If you actually put shelves all the way through, you could put a ton of stuff there. So really like the space and the size of it, but it does need a little updating and upgrading. Well, more upgrading than updating, but some of the light fixtures are a little basic. This light fixture actually, as you try and close the door, it actually hits it. So I think, and that's a very cheap light fixture from the developer, so that needs to be switched out. There are still some things that need to be done, but these closets have been done. They're a really nice custom closet, good quality, nice design. So, and yeah, things like a locked drawer is an add-on, an upgrade, I should say. So you do have to pay more for that when you're doing custom closets. So there's some really nice features. I think it just needs some better interior design and just some things that are very, very inexpensive and easy. Light fixtures, super cheap and easy to do. The shower curtain, not going to cost you much. So it just needs a little TLC, but it is a beautiful, beautiful space with a lot of space. It's really massive. And the bones of it are just so incredible. And I think there's got to be a way that you can do maybe some high top seating on the balcony so that you can actually see over that railing, which kind of otherwise blocks you, and that way you could more easily enjoy that incredible view. So I hope you enjoyed this tour. Let me know what you think of this penthouse in the comments. Let me know if you've ever been to Midtown before, and if you have, what is your favorite spot? I have so many favorite spots here. But honestly, I think Target is where most of my money goes. But yeah, I think my outfit is from Target today too. Yes, it is, except for my belt, which is Louis Vuitton. But my jeans and my tank top are from Target, so that probably says it all. But regardless, guys, I hope you're doing amazing. I hope to see you in the next one. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit the button and just, drop a comment and say hi. I would love to hear from you. Bye, guys.